everybody, we're back. Married Life 20. Today we're going to talk about counseling. Yay!
Yes, the big C word.
Alright, so counseling. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the stigma of counseling. There should not be a stigma of counseling. Counseling is very helpful. Brian and I have gone to counseling multiple times. You can go to counseling even when you're doing well. Sometimes you might need to go and he doesn't need to go, or he might need to go and you might not need to go. Usually it's more stigmatized with your males because they just don't feel like they need to go. Kind of like with Brian. At first he felt like he just didn't need to go.
Yeah.
But it was much better once you went. Did you want to talk about it on the male side?
Yeah, I fought it for the longest. I mean, when you get to, like that 7 year in your marriage, where they call that the 7-year itch or whatever, and you go maybe 4 or 5 more years, and then you add on to that, and to 15 to 20 if you're blessed to make it that far. As a man, we are taught to pretty much not totally expel our feelings, especially if talking to a stranger, rather they have a PhD or BA or whatever about your problems, or anybody else. We kind of like, hold it close to the chest and deal with it on our own. But a lot of times you can cause internal damage to yourself.
Yes.
On the inside with the stress, and
I didn't think about that.
It can be very hurtful and painful, and you not only should you as a man think of yourself, but you have to think of your family too. What are you doing to them if you're not willing to fix yourself? And it has been very hard for me to look in the mirror at myself, saying, hey, I can fix this, I got this, I don't need to talk to anybody, and wind up causing some stress and strife within your relationship, and it starts out as a little speck,
right,
but it can turn out to be, an avalanche if you let it go too far.
Right.
So, sometimes, men, suck it up, and it's okay to get help and to talk to someone when you have a serious problem in your relationship.
Yes. Yes. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the next part is importance. It's highly important. Now remember, okay, so the things that Brian and I talk about on our channel, we're not counselors, we're not,
we're not professionals.
Right, all that kind of stuff. We're
Yeah.
just telling you from the experience that we've had over the last 20 plus years. Counseling is very important. That's the next little bullet we're going to talk about. And it's not just important for your marriage, but it's also important for you in general.
Right.
Unfortunately, a lot of us bring things from our childhood into the marriage, and we don't even realize that we're reacting to things that maybe our mother did or our father did or somebody that was in our childhood did. We're projecting that information or that those feelings and those emotions onto our spouse. And so going to counseling is highly important, not just for your marriage, but even for you to grow in general. And when we're talking about counseling, we're not just saying as a couple, individual, because Brian and I did individual counseling. I still actually go to counseling. So it's good just to go and talk to somebody. And it's so funny, I always say that, you're paying them to tell you about you. You go to a friend and try to ask them to tell you about you, and they're not going to tell you the truth. Well, this person is getting paid to tell you about you, and so they're just going to tell you about you.
Right.
And it always helps, because then you can self-reflect, and then you can take back what you've learned and how you've changed yourself, and then bring that into the marriage, and it helps you, and then it helps your spouse too.
That's it. And also piggybacking off of what Dion said, in counseling, there's no personal relationship with your therapist. They're looking at you from the outside in. Because when you're inside of your body, looking out through your eye gate, you don't see what you're doing to people.
It's your famous phrase.
Oh yeah. And you don't see what you're doing
Right.
or saying to people because you're blasting it out of your mouth.
Right.
And then they're having to soak in what you said,
Right.
and you have no idea how much effect you have, because words have a lasting effect on people.
Yes.
And I don't care how strong you are, how burly and manly you are, some things are going to hit somewhere inside of you and it's going to touch a button.
Right.
And you need to be able to express that and help yourself, because like I said, if your family means the world to you, if they mean the world to you, you're going to do what you need to do to help, not only for them, but to help you, because you are the source.
Yes.
You are the source. And if you don't get that goodness brought into you to talk about and to get it out of you, that nastiness, it's going to stay festered inside of you, and you're just going to keep adding on to it, and it's not going to be pretty.
So another thing is please remember that counseling as a man, and I'm not a man, but it's not going to make you less of a man. And as women, we need to make sure, and I keep saying man and woman, but also this goes with your homosexual, your bisexual, whatever, whoever your mate is, what I should say. You don't ever make your mate feel less than because they need counseling. Okay? And remember, it needs to be two ways. It can't just be one person going and the other person not going. I mean, I've gone a lot more than you have, but I have a lot of other things going on versus you. Well, I don't know. Well, yeah, I do. But anyway, that's a whole nother lecture too. But yeah, you have to make sure that you allow them to do what they need to do. And when they go to counseling, don't drill them. I can remember when Brian would leave the counselor, I used to want to drill him and ask him what they talk about and all that kind of. Don't do that, because that's their time. That's your time, right?
Right. And you're going to wind up closing up. And they say, I'm not doing this anymore.
Exactly.
And that's what happened to me.
You don't want to be drilled.
Yeah, the first few times I went and then I stopped. And I'm like, I don't need to go to do this anymore. He doesn't know me. Why am I talking to him? I'll fix this on my own.
Then you start,
yeah, then you start reverting back to, when you start feeling, nasty on the inside and not feeling good. So, because you're not going to feel good every day you wake up. But majority of the time you will. But on those days, it's you can't keep it in, because it's not going to go away. Just like if you're not paying your bills, those collectors are not going to go away until you get your bills paid.
It just builds up. Oh, that's a good, baby. You get good.
Well, I'm speaking from experience that we've been through. I told you, I'm not being fake and phony here.
It's not this. We're not there yet.
I know.
That's not.
It was an example.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one is go as much as you need to. Yes, it can be costly, but remember, you can do it through insurance. There's also different programs that you can go through, but go as much as you need to. Because the more you talk, the more you release, the better you feel, the better person you can be. And it just all kind of falls together.
And you don't have to tell, go like Paul Revere running through town on a horse telling everybody, I'm going to counseling.
Right.
I'm going to counseling. You don't have to do that.
No.
Just make it something that you decide that you want to do and that you need to do. And don't be ashamed. And don't be afraid what people think or what they may say. Because those people that don't get help and try to tell you what you need to do with your life, they don't have it together. So how can they tell you what you need to do with your life and how to get your life together if they don't have their situation straight?
Right. And it's so funny, the big thing is now, working out and getting your body together and having this perfect shape. And half of the people that are there
got issues.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can make yourself look all toned up and tanned up and makeup up and hair weaved up and all that stuff, and men with the fades. Hey, hair weaves are nice. I'm just saying, you can be dolled up, but on the inside, you can be as
like a cesspool.
Yeah, as nasty as the fish at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah. Yeah, what are those bottom feeders?
Yeah, something like that.
So just remember, it's important. You go when you need to go, do what you need to do. And then last, I'm going to talk about a program that some people have at their job. It's called EAP. And it helps you as far as counseling. You can get free counseling. Also, if you, and this is nationwide, 211. If you put in 211, you'll get a little box that pops up, and if you put whatever you need in that box, and then it'll ask for your zip code in your area, you can put that you need free counseling. But counseling is highly, 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 highly important. Okay? And then last but not least, I just want to say, I haven't, praise God, ever been in this position before, knock on wood. But if you are in a relationship that is not safe, that is abusive mentally or physically, that is a whole nother level. And you may need to go a little bit more than just into counseling, because usually when there is a mate that is physically or verbally abusive, they have some pretty deep-seated issues. And it doesn't mean that you guys can't last, but it means that the person who's getting the brunt of it doesn't need to be dealing with that, especially if there's kids that are involved. So that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely think
want to
about.
make sure.
Yeah,
that you
definitely
guys
think
know.
about your safety, because you don't have to
And
be
your
in
kids'
this.
safety.
Yeah,
Well, you shouldn't be.
you don't have to be in
No.
that situation, and don't
No.
let anybody tell you that you have to be in that situation. You have to stay in that.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know, there's shelters out there that will keep you anonymous. There's all different things out there that a lot of people don't know about. And they will take you and your children in. And even when you go to donate to those types of shelters, you can't actually go in and donate. They just have a pickup station. I mean, it's pretty secluded, so
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about that kind of
That's
stuff.
it. You just have to want to reach out.
Yep. You
So
have to
so
want
please
to.
do. Please
Yes.
do for your sake.
Yes, and your kids' sake if you have kids.
Yeah, yeah. They
Mm-hmm.
come first and foremost. So I think we did okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah,
You think
that's
so?
it. And make sure you thumbs up the video.
Please do. Thumbs up. Like it. Share
yes,
it with
share
family
it.
and friends.
And subscribe.
Please
We
subscribe.
gotta make sure we remember to say all this stuff. If you have any questions, please leave them in the box down below. And I think that is it. Also follow us on Twitter and
Instagram.
Instagram.
And we'll put those links down at the
Yep.
bottom for you.
so you guys can follow us there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it. It's been great.
Oh yeah. So we were very grateful to pass this information, this video along to all our family and friends
Yeah,
out
because
there.
it's a
So-
big thing. Counseling is a big thing.
Yes.
And people think, oh, the longer you've been, because marriage is work, you guys. It's like a job that you don't, well, you do get paid. I don't want to say you don't get paid.
Yeah.
It's not monetary, but I definitely am truly blessed.
Yeah, but
So
if you
that's-
have a
that's my pay. It's
relationship where
priceless.
only the money is important and there's no substance,
Right.
humanly involved,
Right.
then it's not happening.
But
it
yeah.
will not happen.
And counseling is it's a good thing. It's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
Nothing wrong with it. And people think that, you're in a long marriage and it's just happened. No, it doesn't just happen.
No magic wands
Okay?
here.
No magic wands at all.
All right. Well, we won't bend your ear anymore, folks. So until next time, from us to you,
We wish you the best and nothing less.
stay blessed. We love you guys.
Bye.